Yeah, I want to talk about why people are still bound even though they are member of churches. So there are many situations where people who have been going to church for for many decades, and they continue to struggle with the same issues that they struggled with before they started going to church. Many people are in church but very much bound by spirits from family altars, and these family altar spirits, they drive them to the wrong people. So when you're coming from a family with generational witchcraft, these spirits will connect you to people who initiate you deeper and deeper. So you move from you unless you have a personal relationship with God and deal with the family altar yourself, you continue to struggle, because whenever you join church, whenever you go to a place, you'll be initiated deeper and deeper in the occult. If you're a lady, whenever you're dating, you'll be a target only for those men who are using marine spirits and who are initiated in Satanism. So you become a victim in that you are there's like something, the spirits in you, they push you to the wrong people. Even when you go to a church, you are more likely to go to a church where the pastor is in the same demonic kingdom, and then this pastor, because they are operating with the same spirits and you're already initiated from your family altar, this pastor will will be close to you and initiating you deeper and deeper into the occult. I think I've heard of many people who went to Pentecostal churches, charismatic churches, seeking deliverance, and when they got there, instead of getting delivered, they were initiated. The pastor was even asking for private meetings and or even trying to sleep with them, because they wanted to tap into to initiate them further or to take some powers from them. So if you find yourself you are going to a Pentecostal church or a charismatic church or even the Catholic, because those churches I'm talking about, they work a lot with demons. And there are some churches like the Seventh Day Adventist, Anglican, Methodist, Salvation Army, what are the ones, CCP, and many other churches that are not that don't recognize the gifts of the spirit. So even though these people may not be performing miracle signs and wonders in the church, or showing off miracles, the leadership of these churches, they are deep in also in also a lot of things that they got themselves involved in. So you may find yourself going to these churches that are operated by people who are not spiritual, but you find the people who are in leadership, they'll be coming close to you, they'll be wanting to be close to you because they're trying to use you. So you find yourself being bound, but when you go to church, the leadership, they love you, they want to connect with you. So that's one reason why you get lied a lot. So I have a certain friend of mine, a friend from high school. She was initiated into witchcraft from a young age, but she was initiated only because her father and mother were initiated. The father had a bright future, but he was supposed to go and study abroad, but he failed to go because they used him, and he couldn't go anymore to study abroad. Instead of going, they done witchcraft that made him fail to go there. So the only thing he became was to become a temporary teacher, a part-time teacher, and he never had a stable job. And he was also not well. His mind was really not well. So because of what was done to the father was initiated into witchcraft and being used by the sisters and the mother and the brothers. He was the most intelligent in that family who was supposed to travel abroad to Western countries to study. But during the time he was supposed to study, he got sick and they took him back home in a wheelbarrow. You know, a person goes to the airport in Zimbabwe, they're supposed to fly out. Instead, he comes back home in a wheelbarrow and he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. And from that time, he lost his destiny. And the sisters who are witches, the brothers who are in witchcraft, and the mother, the grandmother. So now, because they had succeeded in initiating this man, they managed to initiate even his wife and his children. And now the children, when the girl, this lady who was my friend, when she reached the age of 13, she was already abused by the uncles. They are the ones who had initiated it deeper in deeper using satanic ritual abuse. Why was it easy for her to be abused sexually by a relative? It's because the father was already captured. And one of the worst thing that happened is that each of the people in that family, all the children, all five of them, they are all initiated and none of them forges ahead. Someone is they are mostly the girls get married to ritualists who are also not who are also not the first husband. They are not first wives. All girls in that family, when they get married to a man who left his wife, so that they are not the official wife, so that to God they are not recognized as the wife. So this lady, after she got in, after, even, for me, I met this lady in high school, and the aunts, the relatives, the father's relatives, the uncles, the grandmother, and the aunts were the one paying for her school fees.